John F. Kennedy was a president that served his country as a naval officer in World War II, and as president helped defuse the Cuban crisis in the 1960s. And now we have a draft dodger degrading his name and accomplishments because his overblown ego needs the attention it doesn't deserve. House Republicans have proposed renaming the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C., after President Donald Trump, with a bill introduced by Representative Bob Onder on July 23, 2025, called the Make Entertainment Great Again Act. The legislation aims to designate the venue as the Donald J. Trump Center for the Performing Arts. Additionally, on July 22, 2025, the House Appropriations Committee passed an amendment, 33-25, to rename the Kennedy Center's Opera House the First Lady Melania Trump Opera House, citing her role as honorary chair of the center's board and her supposed support for the arts. These proposals follow Trump's appointment of himself as chairman of the Kennedy Center's board in February 2025, after replacing Biden-appointed trustees with his own allies, including Richard Grenell as president. The Kennedy Center, established in 1971 as a living memorial to President John F. Kennedy under Public Law 88-260, is a major cultural institution, hosting thousands of performances. Critics, including Kennedy's grandson, Jack Schlossberg, and niece, Maria Shriver, argue that renaming it violates federal law, which prohibits additional memorials or plaques within the center. Schlossberg called the move an attempt by Trump to overshadow JFK's legacy, while Shriver labeled it petty and small-minded. Legal experts like Georgetown law professor David Super note that the center's board, even with Trump as chair, lacks authority to rename the facility, and such changes would require congressional approval, which faces significant hurdles. The proposals have sparked controversy, with opponents arguing they disrespect Kennedy's legacy as a supporter of the arts and reflect an unusual push to name public institutions after living figures. The bill to rename the entire center has not yet been voted on by the full House, which is on summer break, and the Opera House Amendment requires further House and Senate approval to become law. Public sentiment on X reflects polarized views, with some decrying the proposals as cultural vandalism and others supporting Trump's influence. The Kennedy Center has not officially commented. Is this just another diversion, another slap across the face designed to make us look the other way, or is this an unchecked ego running rampant?